If you're a devotee of Egyptology, you've likely seen The Mystery of the Sphinx on the Discovery Channel, which featured Dr. Robert Schoch's research as to the true age of the Sphinx. In our interview with Dr. Schoch, he delves further into the subject of ancient sites in sharing his views as to how he believes these sites were used. More so, he says these sacred sites were chosen because of their mystical properties and only enhanced by the ancients in building some of the world's greatest wonders on top of them.
I think the main point is that you're talking with the Great Pyramid, as with so many incredible structures of religious significance, I'll use that term. You're talking a sacred site. You're talking for the Great Pyramid what was a sacred mound that they dug into when they did the descending passage. So they made the descending passage before the superstructure, before what we now know as the pyramid. There was a sacred mound. They built a descending passage going into what's known as the subterranean chamber. And I mean, they spent a lot of time and energy, and that is perfectly aligned north and south. And I mean, they weren't doing this just randomly. Many people have expressed that they have very powerful experiences to this day in the subterranean chamber. So I think this is a very ancient mound, very ancient chamber. And then later, you know, I believe that they were adding to this mound. They were building the superstructure. They were building it to use as an astronomical observatory, but also continued religious purposes, ritualistic purposes, what I would call initiation purposes, all of which I feel are to increase sort of psychical phenomena, increase awareness, increase consciousness, and increase sort of our tie, conscious and subconscious and unconscious, tied to the larger picture, the cosmos, the galaxies, the universe.
After viewing this interview, you won't want to miss our interview with his colleague, John Anthony West, who also puts forth that the pyramids were built in much more ancient times than believed and built for purpose.